Yo, Benisuno, what up, everybody? This is El Conquistador back with another video. So I really wanted to do a follow-up video on the Escaping a Santeria cult video with Omileti. If you haven't seen that video, definitely check it out. If you haven't seen the last video that I did showing a song that I had written, it's like an anthem of sorts. But a lot of love went into it. I know I wasn't 100% that day with my vocals, but at $50 an hour, I had to crank it out as quick as I could. So sorry about that, guys. I'm a perfectionist, but at $50 an hour, it's steep. Okay, so let's say if I was speaking to Omileti or anybody who's in that position. I've been in that position. My girlfriend India's been in that position. When I say that position, I mean just getting royally screwed over, taken advantage of monetarily, spiritually, in some cases, physically. There have been assaults. It's horrible what goes on in these traditions. Again, beautiful traditions, horrible people. So what do I do now? So you're in the position, I've been screwed over, I've been taken advantage of. What do I do now? Oh, and by the way, this is not weed. I don't smoke weed. If I did, Obatala probably would have taken that away from me too. So the first thing I would say to someone in that position, so they lost their faith, they found out they got screwed over, they got taken advantage of, they got these, bogus orishas. What do you do? My commentary and opinion on that is, number one, because I broke it down to 3 parts. Number one, do not throw your stuff out. Wrap up what you do have in white cloths and store away until you get your godparent to verify with the Dilogun. I would err more on the side of the Dilogun as opposed to going to Ifa. More people are Ifa-centric. I happen to be Ocha-centric. My reasoning with this, specifically for this topic, is going to the Caracole of the person's Elegua. Or if it's a Valhalla, it'd be very good to get that person's Angel, how do you say, guardian angel? Angel de Guardia? I don't know, whatever the heck, the guardian angel, Alagbatori, of that person. And a little tidbit is, don't just go to any santero to get something verified or not verified. Just when you actually are in a house and you officially are part of that person's house. I definitely want to do a video of the proper way to enter an ile and to exit an ile, because there's just a lot of misinformation, people charging hundreds of dollars to join an ile and hundreds of dollars to exit an ile, when it's not like that. It's a lot simpler than that. So there's been people, no, you're leaving my house, the money that's already to my Ochun or my Ogun, or even if it's like Olokun. I know someone said like, yo, I was gonna get a Olokun, but I don't want to be in the house no more. Well, the money that was gonna be used to receive your Olokun, the $1,000, I'm gonna keep, and that's the derecho to my Obatala, my crown, or whatever. It's nonsense. But I digress. Do not throw away your stuff until or unless your new godparent, that I assume is finally legitimate and is not out to take advantage of you, gives the okay through the Dilogun or through Ifa, whatever. But I would say more so try to go through Ocha, because Babalaos and Olu, they focus on Ifa. And though Babalaos and Oluos, a lot of them are crowned, well, Oluos are crowned. Babalaos are not, they go straight into Ifa. A lot of times, if their crown is Odudua, they have the licencia to go straight into Ifa. That's another topic. But even though they have Ocha and shit, the one that gave me my hand in Ifa, he was crowned for 10 years, Ochun, before he passed to Ifa. So he knows his stuff, Ocha. But I would still say the divination itself, go to the caracoles instead, whatever. And if in fact you do have to just, there's nothing there, there's no HSs, then just, I guess we'll just go to the river. You follow whatever your godparent tells you to do. I would imagine, out of respect, not to just throw the stuff out. out of respect for what they represent. The they, I mean the otanes, as well as the tools. You could probably recycle the soperas or something, but do not throw your stuff away. Wait until you are in a legitimate ile, or if you're palo and you find that you got bogus palo stuff. Wait until you're in a legitimate munanso. In the case of storing your ocha stuff away in white cloths, if even if it's like ochun, yamaya, whatever, you find out your stuff was bogus, I don't know, it's up to you whether you want to keep your stuff in water or not in water, but pack your stuff away, put it away, so that whether it be sooner or later, years, weeks, whatever, whenever it is you find a proper ile, you bring them out and you say that you lay it all out. This is what I was given. This is my story. If it's a munanso, then take that bogus inganga that you got and go bury it until you wrap it up and you bury it until you find a proper munanso, and see if that ganga comes up in any kind of reading. Maybe you had an infumbe in there or something. Just bury it in a place that you remember, in a place that will not be disturbed. In a place that's non-discreet, not in like a cemetery or whatever, or I guess that is discreet. Yeah, hidden. A forest or something, and no one's gonna go into. Cover it up, and in time, if it wants to come, if it's legit, then it'll come up in a reading. If it's not, maybe you got an infumba, shit, use that same infumba and use it for something else, whatever. But the point is, do not throw away your stuff. Next, I would say to a person who's gone through stuff like that, put ocha, palo, the 21 divisions, your voodoo, your Haitian voodoo stuff, whatever. Put all that to the side. Put all that in the back of your mind. I always got my notes. Focus on muerto / espiritismo. Of course, unless you're more isheshe, because the whole idea of muerto, I am coming from more the Puerto Rican espiritismo criollo, espiritismo cruzado, where I do have the belief in making a caldero espiritual. That does not exist in Ixeche. Having a bóveda, that does not exist in Ixeche. The whole idea of gypsy spirits and árabes and piratas and all that doesn't exist in Ixeche. So I guess in that case, you just focus on Egun, your ancestors, direct ancestors. But for the most part, a lot of people in these traditions, they do have their own bóveda and whatnot. So I would say, put ocha, palo, 21 divisions, whatever those other ATRs are, put it to the side, put it in the back of your mind, and focus on your muerto. Focus on dedicating the same dedication that you put to your ochas, that you put to your impungo or whatever that you found that was bogus. Put the time that you put into those things, and dedicate yourself to the elevation and the development of your cuadro espiritual. It's personal. It doesn't require any initiations. And best of all, cha-ching, it's free. So you don't got to pay nobody to do what you can do yourself. And I'm speaking only on espiritismo. I'm talking about the development, the spiritual development and elevations of one cuadro espiritual. Of course, you can pay for a trabajo espiritual to be done. But the actual development of one's cuadro espiritual and upliftment and spiritual elevation to be more sensitive to spirit. So when you go to a misa, you'll get more evidencias and or eventually manifest spirit, aka mount your muerto, is all free. I would say within that same, number 2, do not be fanatical. You just left one house, one munanso, one egbe, one a societe. Do not be fanatical about jumping into another, do not be fanatical about attending any more Orisha functions. There's no need to, so I just left this ile. The person's crown was Chango, and I want to go to a tambor. I want to go to a tambor because I want to see Chango come down and see what justice he's gonna give me. I want to get my revenge on this bogus godparent or whatever. You know, so that's it. Don't be fanatical about it, and focus on the upliftment of your cuadro espiritual. Okay. And last, I would say, is focus on you. Aside from focusing on Muerto, from taking your attention away from Ocha, as beautiful as it is, you got all your stuff wrapped up now. There's a story that comes to mind. There was a Mexican lady. If you haven't seen my videos on Mexicans in Santeria, how awfully they get taken advantage of South Americans, they get taken advantage of by Puerto Ricans and Cubans when the Mexican person doesn't know what Ocha is about and the protocols. They get taken advantage of financially. Not all of them. And then the other side is the people from in Central America and Mexicans that just straight up make up sancocho and play themselves off as ialochas and babalaos and all this. But a story that comes to mind is there's a santero. I can't recall his alaguatori, Guardiola from New York. Crowned a Mexican lady, and all of her stuff. She got crowned. I don't know the super legitimacy of it, but basically all the otanes of all of her santos were put into trash bags and just given to her like that. No grand ceremony, no manillas. I don't even know if there was a drumming or whatever, but this dude, a santero, over there in New York City, I don't know if it's Sunnyside, I can't recall, but a dude named Guardiola took advantage of some Mexican lady and gave her, whether the otanes that he gave her in that plastic bag, he just all of them, one bag, like a black paper, a black bag. In one bag, Chango, Yamaya, Guatalá, Legua. I don't even know if the lady even had a Legua presented to her head. I don't know the logistics of what was done to her, but whatever was done was, now she's in the position where I would say to her, all your stuff put away, take them out of the plastic bag that it's in, because all the otanes are together, so you can't tell Chango's otanes from Yamayas, and she doesn't know. Yes, there are certain colors of the otanes that maybe a santero could be like, okay, so this is possibly Obatalas, but they're all in one bag. I would say to her, put everything to the best of your ability, just put it in a white cloth, tie it up, put it away. After that, focus on Espiritismo. And the last thing is focus on you and take the time to heal from what you've gone through. You've already gone through so much, and when I say you, I just mean in general. The person who's been taken advantage of, taken for a fool, swindled, bamboozled, hornswoggled. Take the time to heal from what you've gone through, because there is going to be resentment. I know that even to this day, I do harbor some resentment when it comes to my sanse initiation. With Junito Yemaya, Olufemi Yemaya. That's my padrino de Sanse. I wasn't taught nothing. I was actually thinking about throwing my stuff out. The little bit that I did get, because I was ignorant, so I was like, yo, I'm just gonna throw out the rock and the thing of shells or whatever, this thing, which is the whole topic I'm gonna talk about. I was just gonna throw it out. I got water and some shells. I don't know what the hell to do with this. I was just gonna straight up take it to the river and get rid of it. But, I'm gonna do a whole video on that. But, I'm gonna take the time to focus on me and pray on it and be like, yo, it happened, almost $2,000 after everything. And, I was dumb, I was young, I was ignorant. And it's something I have to live with. And, the fact is, it's done. Nothing I can do about it. And I need to take the time to heal from it. And maybe if this tradition is truly meant for me, now whether it be ocha, palo, sanse, whatever, put it in perspective. If this tradition is truly meant for me, then may the santos, may the misterios, may the loa, may the impungo, whatever tradition, may they bring the proper guidance and godparent into my life. In the meantime, I'm going to focus on muerto. I'm going to focus on me. And put my ocha stuff, my sanse stuff, my voodoo stuff, my palo stuff, whatever stuff, put it away. Don't throw anything away. At least not until it's verified. And just focus on you. Don't be a fanatic. But focus on your bóveda. Focus on your muertos. Focus on your congos, your criollos, your gitanas, your gitanos, your árabes, your piratas, your marineros, your monjes, your indios, your whatever. Focus on them, because what better than other human beings to help you on this earthly existence? Because the muerto, they are human beings that lived physical existences. Without getting into, oh, but the Orishas were too, and yada yada. Aside from these nature spirits of santos and impungos and misterios and all that, focus on the ones that were there when you were born. Focus on your soul. Focus on your guardian angel, your God-given guardian angel, not the one that's on your head. Focus on your muertos. Focus on giving them light. Focus on giving them cool water. Focus on servicing them. And just doing simple prayers and just having real dialogue with your muerto at your bóveda, and not being fanatical about anything, but healing from the abuse, from being taken advantage of, from feeling disempowered, from feeling disappointed, and just heal. Because at the end of the day, when we're dead, the initiations that we've been through, yes, there's ceremonial rites and funeral rites or whatever, but at the end of the day, when we're dead, the only ones that we have, when we go, we all go alone. It's always nice to have someone, whether your wife, husband, whatever, to be with you, but at the end of the day, the only one that has to take that journey into the next life is you. So may we all go with more peace in our hearts and in our minds, that, okay, shit happens, it was horrible, some people got some straight up horror stories, but let us not leave this earth with any hatred in our heart or thoughts of vengeance or, just deep disappointments and whatnot, getting too discouraged. Try that. Heal first before diving head deep or head first into, I found I don't got Chango on my head. I gotta run into another relay. I gotta get him on my head now for real. Put all that ocha stuff, put it away, put it on the back burner, and wait. Be patient. And if that tradition is truly meant for you, then the right person will come along. In the meantime, educate yourself more about the traditions that you do want to get initiated into. But try to attend more misas. Try to have your own horas santas in your own house. Try to align yourself with good-hearted people that are focusing more on espiritismo. So now at this point, I'm just rambling, but I know you get my point. Let me know in the comments what y'all think and your own horror stories and what you've personally done to overcome those feelings of resentment, of anger, of disappointment. That's it. Bendición.